Hey guys, we are live. Uh, and Polar should be heard if he starts
Hello,
talking.
everybody.
Yeah. And we are going to be doing a little bit of Lucky 13 versus Flare Gaming. Let me go ahead and remove this little starting at half hour thing. Boom. All right. Um, yeah, it looks like we're gonna have some good games here. Our first matchup is a TVZ, like the one of the best, like probably like the most entertaining matchup in the series in the game. A lot of them are really good to watch, but this is like the reason why StarCraft was made was for this matchup.
Yeah, this is
And
the classical matchup.
yeah, and so this should be an awesome way to start off our series here. And we'll have a little bit of everything in here. We're gonna have some TV, TVZ, ZVZ, PvP, TVT, TVP, and yeah. I think the only thing we're
The
missing
only,
no ZVP or PVZ.
yeah, PvZ is there's a distinctive lack of PvZ.
But we have plenty of everything else. So we're gonna have an awesome series today. And yeah, let's uh let's go ahead and get ready to start our watch our first game. Uh, you ready, Polar?
That I am.
All right, get loaded on up in here.
Oops. Just blue from Lucky 13, and I think is undefeated in fight nights.
He very well could be. He beat me like straight up 3-0 in fight night. It wasn't even like a I think I had a chance in my first game. It was like kind of close there, but no, he came back and just totally ruffled me.
That
So
momentum.
yep. All right. So spawning in the top left is from our blue Terran from Flare Gaming. It is eBite USA, or Mr. USA. We'll refer to him as
Definitely Mr. USA.
Mr. USA.
And our yellow Zerg from Lucky 13, it is just blue, but he's yellow. And just a shout out, thank you for using the CTL interface. We probably say this every week, but
Yeah.
makes the games look nice and pretty.
Yeah, like definitely nice to see that horseshoe there, or the Flare Gaming one over here. It's really just adds a little bit more to it, and the title or the season in the middle, and the Chobo Team League as well in the middle. It's always cool to have that there. So yeah, it looks like we're gonna be having production. Yeah, looks like looking relatively standard out of both players. Not seeing any kind of like early six pull or eight pull or anything like that. No
I feel like,
proxying.
yeah, 2Rex has always been a pretty strong build in the TVZ matchup. But
Definitely is.
do have a drone scout.
And he's probably scared of that very strong thing you mentioned. Is
Well, the Overlord also has a weird scouting path. If you notice, it's actually going to the Terran's third instead of the natural and main. So maybe he scouted Mr. USA and was like, oh, this guy knows 2Rex. So he's just scouting out some extra proxy locations, but he's still gonna opt, excuse me, to go for that hatch first. While we're seeing gasless from Mr. USA.
let's see if Mr. USA is actually paying attention to his front. He is. He raises that depot just in time.
He's Mr. USA, man. He's so
Yeah.
good.
And
Too
he
quick.
ends
He's
up
gotta
going for
represent the country.
that 15 gas. So that's he's gonna get up that CC a lot sooner. He's gonna get up a couple Marines to defend with, just in case. And we have an SCV scout on the way. Gonna see very standard hatch first into pool, and then a gas.
Pretty standard. I'm guessing Mr. USA is gonna expand soon. Oh yeah, he's banking minerals. He's definitely going to.
Good.
But mule would help. Mules are cool.
There it
There
goes.
we go. You know what? He was sending out that marine for like half a second. And I was like, oh my gosh, please be a bunker rush. I'm not sure how those work in TVZ, but it would have been exciting. Oh, he's still. Oh no, he's just having him scout, which is smart. Might find an overlord or two.
That's pretty smart. There's no lings on the field yet. The SV already scouted to see the pool only just finished, and there's only not even 100 gas mines, so there's gonna be no speedlings out anytime soon. So yeah, the Marines can walk around as much as they want right now. Be fine. Reaper's getting ready to pop out and go do some harassment.
Just
We have
four
a
links from just blue. That's nice. Not going to be aggressive. Just using them for map control.
and we have a very aggressive, or sorry, a very conservative, very conservative CC on the high ground, which I feel like with the bunker down here and the Reaper and 2 Marines that he could easily defend a CC on the low ground. That is, especially with what he scouted, that the CC on the low ground is definitely easy. I like the 4 links positioning and just blue space. Ready to catch that Reaper if it were to jump up.
That's
And
just evil.
then he moves him away.
This was a very delayed Reaper. I didn't know this was a thing. I think I've been slacking on watching my pro games. I didn't know that. I thought always just thought, you either go Reaper first or you just don't go Reaper at all.
Usually you go Reaper first. I'm guessing for his build he wants to get up those Marines a little bit earlier. I mean, it's part of the 15 gas, so he took a gas really late so he can get up the Marines to defend with until then. But that Reaper is ready to die.
It got stuck. It got stuck behind the mineral patches. That's kind of a bummer.
That it is. So, but he did see the pool wiggling, and he saw everything that was going on at the time, with the exception of the 3rd. He did not see the 3rd at all go down. He did see the lings on the rocks though when he came in.
Managed to snipe an Overlord right there. Nice little pickup, but didn't really hurt just blue all that much. And we're going to be seeing 2 factories. Are we going to see a big Hellion push?
That's possible. So we have a reactor going down on 1. Usually you build the reactor with the racks, but he might just want to pump out Marines during this time frame just to defend with. And we have a starport going down behind it. So I don't know if this is going to be a Hellbat push or if this is just an early setup for mech.
Mech on Foxtrot. I don't think I've seen that.
I see how it could be really good. There's a lot of high ground, and with the high ground, your siege tank have a good advantage. So I can definitely see that. If he is gonna go mech, you usually want down a relatively quick 3rd. But to me it looks like it just might be Blue Flame Hellions, and I think
we are seeing the armory.
Ooh, Hellbats, and then a tech lab is coming down. So this could be Hellbat, Banshee aggression.
Yep, we see the what is it? What's the full name? Infernal Pre-Igniter.
For everyone else, that's Blue Flame.
Now, these rocks take forever. I'm sorry, I keep jumping back to look at these rocks. Man, rocks are tough.
Yeah, I was actually staring at the rocks too.
Yeah. But that's okay. And we're actually going to get the Overlord to get a good scout. He sees the tech lab spinning. Now he either knows that's Drilling Claws or more likely Blue Flame. So great scout. And he's even going to get to scout the starport. Yep. Sees the tech lab. Does not see that spinning. So he knows it's Cloakless Banshee. And the Overlord's going to get sniped. But honestly, great scout. Totally worth it.
I would love to see some Spore Crawlers plop down. Since he saw that starport with the tech lab.
He may just... How many queens does he have? Yeah, only 3 queens. Wish he had a little bit more. He's getting a 4th queen right now. Now, he's just going to try to fend this off with just Ling and Baneling. Banelings can be good if they're clumped up, but Lings are just going to get fried, especially with pre-igniter.
Yes, definitely against Hellbats, Banelings are really good. Against Hellions, you have to need speed Banelings to be anywhere near decent against Hellions. But yeah, the Hellions are already on the other side of the map. Marines are coming slowly. Banshee's already out. We have another Banshee on the way. A Siege Tank follow-up.
Great time. Also, it's right when Blue Flame hits.
Nice.
And is he going to get these drones? It kind of
they were lining up.
Oh, no. Hellions overextend just a little bit. He still has a lot of Hellions. But can these Banelings make the connection? Wow. Okay. This was actually held off pretty nicely. Yeah. The Banshee got sniped off too.
The Queens focused it down, and the Queens weren't focused down at all. At this point, it's more like you want to think, when you do this kind of build, you usually want to think more like a Protoss player. And you want to snipe the 3rd and then retreat. Because then you're forcing the Zerg to remake his 3rd, and then go back in and try to snipe it again. It's almost like you make the Hellbats, you walk up there, you snipe off the third, you turn it back into Hellions, and you just sprint out. So like a recall, practically for the Terran player. But definitely rolling into mech. Already 2 more
Ooh, got
factories
that
on the way.
early Spire Scout. That's really nice.
It's definitely really nice. Took me a while to find it. I was clicking all the other ones, and I was all like,
I
nope,
see.
that's a spine crawler. Nope, that's another spine crawler. Ah, that's a spire. They look the same when they're building.
So small. Oh, we're gonna be looking at another Hellion run by. Let's see if this one could be a little bit more successful than the last. He only has gotten 6 drones so far. And, ooh, I
Oh,
think
that
all these
wraparound.
Hellions. Oh man, Blue Flame Hellions are just so strong.
Yeah, I mean, they die just as quickly, but they kill more lings before their demise.
And that actually evened up the units lost tab. I thought that would kind of be a bigger loss for Mr. USA, but he's just too good.
Yep, yeah, definitely. Actually, our Zerg player is slightly ahead.
He's getting his 4th base. Planetary going down for the Mr. USA's 3rd. You know, it's all gonna be. He doesn't have gas banked up for these. Oh, never mind. He already spent it. It's got 5 meters on the way. It's a nice little force. Not bad.
Wish he had more. I think he took. Oh, I know as natural. It took him a little while before he put guys in the gas. He has one geyser not saturated as third, which that's hurting
Quest
him.
Ventral Sacks. Mistake, or is he gonna try to pull some shenanigans?
I'm thinking he could try some bailing drops since he knows that it's mech. That might be what he might, or he could just be trying to drop bailings or drop roaches in the or lings in the main. We do have an infestation pit almost done, or it could just be a mistake. But since he's getting overlord speed and ventral sacks, I don't think so.
He knows.
We already have our 4th almost done for just blue, which is good. So that's definitely expanding along the right side of the map. 5 mutas flying up the left side, and they're going to take out a Viking.
Not bad. I mean, he knew the mutas were coming anyway. This should be no surprise. He already got 3 missile turrets up anyway. Good preparation. Oh, he might lose 1 muta. Yep, there goes 1. Kind of a bummer. And really, the onus is on just blue right now to do some damage. You really don't want to deal with a 3-base mech player. And we're going to see how this bust goes. You know, there's not a lot of banelings.
No. Definitely, if sniping this third is extremely important for the Zerg player right now, because if you're able to take out the third of a mech player, and you can't even prevent it every time. It's practically game over for.
He's getting a lot of SCVs. He got 12 SCVs, but I don't think that was worth it, to be completely honest.
And the planetary is getting repaired all the way back up.
Man, the muta count is growing, but so is the Thor count, and I think Thors are just a little bit better than mutas, in my honest opinion.
Yes, I agree. When it comes down to equal supply, yes, I would 100% agree with you on that one. But
No amount of magic boxing is gonna save you from like 8 Thors. Oh, we got a Great Aspire going too. Wow. Just blue is like, who needs the mid game? Let's just go straight into late game. Let's get into the fun units.
Well, it looks like he had canceled ventral sacks and he's restarted it again. So I wonder if maybe that could be another mistake. If he might have clicked the wrong button because he already has his hive down, or maybe he decided to delay his plan until now. But yeah.
Creep's red looking pretty good. It's now in the middle of the map. How many ravens does he have? He's gonna be getting 3 ravens. I wonder if he's gonna try to transition into like a mass raven style. I don't think so. I mean, 2 starports? Yeah, I think he would need more if he wanted to really transition into a big air Terran army.
Well, Mr. USA here has taken the gold and is pushing out at the same time. It's always a good idea whenever you push out to expand. Definitely works out well for you. And this Raven helps him clear creep. No scans needed.
That's really nice. Can even drop down a point defense drum if Swarm Host starts to be a problem. Or even the mutas.
Yeah.
But in 100 lings on the way. I don't think I've ever seen that before. That's really, really cool. 100 lings were just built.
That's crazy. But we are at 200 supply. A second Spire is on the way as well. And
oh my gosh, he's going to have a sweet flank. The Hellbats are out of position. He's going to be able to grab some Thors. He clumps the mutas up, though, and they are taking so much damage. They're all in the red and orange health. But he cleans up the army very quickly. Beautiful positioning.
That is extremely good for our Zerg player. So
No 3-3 just yet for a Zerg player. And you know what? I'm now looking at this map and being like, wow, there's a lot of flanking positions. He did lose a lot of mutas, though. Units lost tab, though, almost even. Only about 40 off from each other. 44 off.
And he still has no idea about that gold base. So Just Blue has no idea that that gold base has been taken, and those turrets are going to go down. Once those turrets are down, the mutas will not be able to do anything to it.
These missile turrets are pretty strong. They don't have high sight, auto tracking, or building armor, but
with
just good against mutas.
Yeah, and those SCVs repairing that. But now he knows, and the turrets are done. He's not going to be able to.
Oh, jeez. Good amount of damage on the mutas. Just Blue gonna expand again. He can't really take the gold base. I mean, the Terran mech army can just park right behind it and take pot shots at it all day long.
Yes, I totally agree. I would love for him to break these rocks that are up here in the middle next to his new base and take the base farther out and have his, so he has that nice creep highway going that way.
Oh, that'd be really cool.
Yeah, and so he can just flank that gold over and over again. And that would be the base. Like, he wouldn't really saturate it all. It would just be like the target, like where the Terran player would just go to and attack, and then he would be okay with losing. Like, I don't need it. I'm just there to annoy you and prevent you from expanding again.
I really wish he would wait till Cracklings until he attacked this PF. I don't think he's going to be able to get it, but there's not a lot of SCVs here. And you know what? The army's out of position, so he will get it. Wow. Nice. Nice little pickup.
Yep. But our Terran mech army is almost maxed out again. And we have mutas waiting up in the north to come on into the main. And there's 2 missile turrets there protecting. No widow mines. So as soon as these missile turrets are dead, he's probably going to go snipe upgrades. That's what I would do at this point. Snipe those, but Vikings are flying back, and this many Vikings will clean up these mutas.
You know, I really wish he went into Broodlords. Oh, never mind. He's building Corruptors. I'm saying, you got the Greater Spire. I mean, why not just go for it? Free units are always good.
Yes, and there's another free unit that's also awesome to use against mech.
And yet again, abusing the immobility of the mech army, he's going to be able to go around, and you don't really want to separate a mech army from itself. It just doesn't usually work out all that well. And that is so many lings and banelings.
Yes. Yeah, definitely a lot of lings and banelings. But this is going to swarm in if...
I think it was smart to cancel those. I don't think he could save it. But the question is he just going to go for a base race? He's just going to go for a base race. There's no way he can hold his main base in his natural. Which, to be honest, I think... I don't know. Who's this going to favor, Dom?
I'm thinking the Terran player. You never want to base race a Terran. There's only lings and banelings here. If any buildings might get destroyed, he'll just lift them and be fine. All the air units are on the other side of the map, dying to the mech army. So the lings and banelings are returning, and right now we're having a 30 supply deficit against for our Zerg player.
Oh, running all the lings. You know, I think you were right, though. I think he needed to engage this army. He's just got the superior air force. There's nothing Just Blue can do about that. But still, he's got a lot of minerals. He's got a lot of gas. He just has so much gas. Yeah,
definitely has all these extra bases. Is trying to rebuild his corruptor count. Greater Spire is in the main. If he could actually build those Brood Lords, he would be in a great spot. He just does not have the minerals right now to do it. He has the gas.
The problem is though is that he needs to be. I think he might actually need to keep him corruptors. I'm not sure, just because that Air Force is so scary.
Yeah, that's true. The Vikings and the Ravens by themselves would clean it up, and all those Overlords are dying.
He's gonna morph 2 into Broodlords. He just needs to keep him alive. Spore Crawler's getting some great damage. Up, drops a point defense drone. Very smart. And I think the Terran has this. I think the Terran has this. This destruction still has all the Hellbats in the main of the Zerg player. It's gonna grab the Greater Spire, but he didn't have the economy to really defend it anyway. And this is gonna be an interesting hold. I mean, during this, Mr. USA has secured the gold anyway, so he's fine in that regards.
Definitely, I would love to see him to expand at the same time, maybe even twice during all this, just in case. It's always good practice to do that. Even though you have the win, just to go, you know what, I need to expand when I'm on the other side destroying bases. It's would definitely help me out.
All right, we're gonna see the final hold, and I just think it's too many Vikings for this amount of corruptors. The upgrades are also 3-1 for the Vikings, and gonna clean it up, and I expect to see a GG here from Just Blue pretty soon. Ooh. GG.
GG. So that was a good game by both Just Blue and Mr. USA, so we are gonna move on to the next game. So that puts actually Flare Gaming up 1.
Dude, you can't beat Mr. USA. It goes Polds, Mr. USA, and then like everyone else in the world.
That's literally the order of StarCraft 2. Even though Pulse didn't get out of the round of 16, doesn't mean he can be beaten. All right, that's not what that means. Real quick, a Vamp messaged me in the game and asked Peep. So I gotta respond to him real quick.
Next, we got a ZVZ on Overgrowth.
Definitely gonna be it. That will definitely be an entertaining game right there. And let me mark myself as busy. Okay. Okay, Flare Gaming's up 1-0. ZVT on Overgrowth. From the pro games I've seen of this, I see a lot of one base Ling aggression in hopes to either one person goes like one base Ling aggression with a later expansion to deny an early expansion by the other Zerg.
I was watching Team UR Barcode's stream the other day. Dude was getting cheesed left and right from just ZVZs. You can tell it's just not a popular matchup, and not a lot of people like to play it. It's obviously very stressful. It's a lot of small micro mistakes that can just cost you the game. Very fragile matchup.
Yeah. So yeah, you're right. Definitely a very fragile matchup. Just one bailing can change the entire. Like one person has the Ling advantage, and they run into one bailing, and then the Ling advantage just switches, and could literally mean the end of the game. So let's get started.
Let's hop in. We got a
It's gold.
Zergling versus a Hydralisk. Oh, they probably can't see the portraits, but
Oh,
just
there we go.
trust it's Zergling versus a Hydralisk.
And so, make sure you type from there. Spawning in the top right is our purple Zerg player from Flare Gaming. It is Thrasky.
And the bottom left, the yellow Lucky 13 Zerg yet again, but this time with the name of Cube. I like how we have team colors. And that's cool. It's like jerseys.
Yeah, I definitely love that. Except when it was the Confederation versus who was it? Who was it we did last week?
Federation, was it verse? Oh, here, I'm cheating. Vortex.
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 Yes, both of them were red. And so I was like, what color should I make the name? Like I usually try to make the names on the overlay, the color of the teams, and then, but I was like, they're both red. What color should I make them? Yeah.
You see
So
a 10 pool with a gas. Oh, nope, just the extractor trike. But an aggressive 10 pool. And I wonder if Thraxy's thinking about going hatch first.
it's it definitely could be hatch first. It could also he could if he drops a pull now.
Yep, there we go.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So pull first of standard, and so Thraski should be safe against this with a pull first.
And I like the positioning of it. It doesn't really allow the Lings a lot of mobility, because once Lings get into your base, it's all about just kind of stopping them from just running around, picking off a drone probe or SCV here and there. So I really like the positioning on that. But we are going to also see Thraxy expand. And the question is, do you just go all in? He doesn't have gas, so it's not going to be speedlings or anything. Are these just going to be like 8-lings for pressure, or do you just try to flood with slow lings?
I don't know. Normally, I think with this, you would want speed with it, but also not. But the Overlord spotted those first 6 lings, and Thraski moved the Overlord around when he saw him. So I'm fairly certain Thraski saw those lings leave. We do see 4 lings on the way already from Thraski. Will we see more?
I don't think he saw it. Actually, I don't know. He's only building 4 lanes. Question. Okay, 6 lanes. He's probably seen it. So he would probably drone a little bit more. So let's see. He's about to enter the base. And here we go. Yep. Thraxy's gonna keep. He's going. I mean, do you cancel this hatchery? Do you let it go?
He'll need an equal number of lings. So, let's see. I think you should cancel it though. Yeah, and he does. Cancel it at the last moment. Does lose the drone though. And so loses 125 minerals there. 75 back from the cancel, or 75 lost from the cancel, and 50 from the drone.
And you know, they're actually on an equal drone count right now. And Flack Cube's actually going to get a little bit of a drone lead right here. But there we go. There's the expand again. So, wait, oh my gosh, I totally missed this. He's got 6 guys on gas.
Wow. Usually when this is going on, you want to get your expo on the low ground in order to I wonder if we're going to see a Bailey nest? Maybe a 1-base Bailing, Ling Bailing all in? One base Muta, or maybe 1-base Swarm Host?
Dude, we could be seeing 1-base Swarm Host Nidus.
That would be really interesting. Or it could be 1-base Roach Ling Nidus. Who knows?
Who knows? Cube, I'm a fan. Oh,
Yes.
What's he going to build? A Roach Warren? Nope, just a Spine Crawler. Just a Spine Crawler. And you can tell he really doesn't want Thraxy to scout this. He's got 2 queens positioned right there. He's going to have a Spine Crawler at the top of the ramp. This is super sneaky.
Yep.
Really needs to inject, though. There we go.
Definitely needs to stop building drones at this point. It's already at 15, just needs 1 more in the main to be set to be fully efficient, and the rest needs to go to units. But Lings are running around, scouting out, and seeing that there is no expansion yet for Cube.
He actually has an overlord positioned right there, so I'm guessing that's in range. But I mean, right now, okay, there goes the Nidus. Thraxi has to be expecting something like, dude, you haven't expanded yet, and you're not attacking me.
Oh, and there's the infestation pit.
Oh, Swarm Hose Nidus, one base. Ooh, overextends just a little bit from Cube, able to pick up some freelings, and that kind of matters. I mean, when you're on one base and you're doing this kind of strat, you really need
Yeah,
to
because every
save your links.
yeah every 2 lings that's lost is like killing another larva, and you only have one base for larva production, and he's not even able to inject. He's actually having to build a third queen to keep up with injections. Um, Roach Warren going down for Thrasky in the main. Second gas being taken as well. Definitely feeling very confident with his position at this point.
I would too. You know
Yeah.
what? Okay, I'm not confident enough to take a third, but
Well,
I think I like Thraxi's position because Cube. It's not like he can just knight us in base. Thraxi has vision everywhere. He's gonna have to do it outside his base, but
well,
he doesn't have anything to deal with it, which is kind of scary.
and he doesn't want to lose this Overlord because it's like the one that's actually gonna spot where drop the Nidus, unless he drops it at the third. But
He
right now
doesn't
we
have speedling, so Thraxi's actually got him a pretty good contain, so he can't just send his Zergling out and build a Nidus that way.
we only have one Swarm Host done, two more on the way, Enduring Locust almost done.
How many Swarm Hosts do we have right now? Only one? Only one. Oh,
And
there
then
we go.
here
There's
goes
the Nidus. That's pretty far away.
really far away. He has this one little dark spot in the bottom right corner of the main, which might be good, but uh, I mean, at this point, when I hear that, I'm like, let me look at all the dark spots on my main to make sure it's not there.
Yeah. The Lings immediately go back, and they're going to scout this right away with that watchtower.
And 6 roaches on the way for Thrasky.
Traxi really wishing he didn't increase Fred right now. Oh, nope. He's like, come on, bring it on, man. Send your Locust to the front. I don't care.
We have some very passive locusts at the bottom of the round. Oh, the rally point just changed.
He just needs to go around. I would really like him to break these rocks down, and every time a wave of Locust gets sent out, just like this, or just run past him. That's fine too. Going after the Spine Crawler? Yep, going after the Swarm Host. I like that much, much more. Oh no, don't lose. Oh no. Oh, he lost the Overseer. And he doesn't care. Does
Oh,
not care.
sniping that, wants to snipe that Spore Crawler so that the next Overseer doesn't die, but he is pulling back. Already has more roaches and lings up in his, up at the top of the ramp, ready to go. I mean, one Swarm Host is not scary at all.
No. No.
Two more, two more just popped out, but they're getting
Oh,
ready to
just
die.
bad times to drop out. Doesn't even get to burrow them. And now it's 3 base to 1. Cube should just kind of GG out right here. It was cute though. I liked it.
Yes, definitely really cute. I think you could easily, with that early aggression, by canceling the natural, you could take your own natural and get those geysers, and it'll be a lot stronger. But he's continuing. He's
Cube's not
nice.
done yet.
Nope. He's nicely into the top left. And Overlord's dying in Cube's main right now.
You already kind of knew what was up. Oh! Making Thraxi pull back. That's interesting. I really think Thraxi could just kind of go up and just take this army head on. Just the 2 Spine Crawlers, 3 Lings, 1 Queen.
Mhm.
No big deal.
But targeting down the Nidus is a smart idea. Prevents an escape of the Swarm Host, and also prevents more Swarm Hosts from coming in.
The problem is that Cube just doesn't have a backup plan. He doesn't have an expansion going.
And this third might die. No, he ends up saving it.
Yeah. They're actually just in probably one of the best spots we've ever seen while casting.
Yeah. Definitely in a really great position here. Would love to see Cube come back from this. That would be make for quite the exciting game. But yes.
We look at the replay bar, it's like an hour long. It's like, oh no. Cube,
I'm not gonna press Shift O. I do not want to display that right now. So
all of a sudden we see Thraxy making swarm hosts. It's like, oh no.
and they're well, we're at 5. 5 is okay, and there's a 6-1 on the way, but the queens are blocking. So
All right, well, I think this is going to be broken pretty quickly. He's going for another Night Swarm. I hope Thraxy just kind of goes for it right here. I think that would be very, very smart. And these Locusts actually getting a good amount of damage down.
that choke right there, but I think just the sheer number of Thraxy's units here will just clean this up.
He's got the Overseer. And no GG. Cube is pretty frustrated that it's one base Swarm host in North.
Yeah, I would be too. I mean, that was definitely a well thought out plan that he pulled off, and it just the 3 basing Zerg just beats it. So yeah.
The day I learned.
The day I learned. So we are up 2-0. Good GG to Thraxy and Thraxy, and hopefully next time Cube. It's always nice to GG. I'm hoping you just forgot, and that's what actually happened. So, but yeah, good games.
It is pretty stressful to lose a CTL match. It's never fun.
This is true. I've been there. I've definitely lost my share of matches.
Haven't we all?
All right. Now on to set 3. On Catalina, another ZVZ, platinum. So this one and it actually goes for a good time. I want to thank everyone for coming on out and checking out the stream. This is not our normal streaming location. This is actually normally where TB Ham streams for his games, or other casters who want to volunteer for the highlight game of the week, or like the one that TB Ham says is the one for the closest match of the week, pretty much. And we normally cast on twitch.tv/Datenstreber. It's, if you look at my name here, if you look at my name in the stream right now, Datenstreber is it's twitch.tv/Datenstreber, just like that. And so definitely check us out. You can also check the viewer list. I'm one of the viewers, so you can look there. And that, if you could just follow us as well, and whenever we do a stream, y'all can come check us out, and it'll be up there. Be awesome. Yeah, and we do one every week, 6:30 on Thursdays. So if you're on, you just want to say, hey, I want to see this week's game on CTL that they're casting, we'll cast it. And if anyone wants us to cast y'all's game, let us know, and we'll grab that one, regardless of the score. Normally we try to find the closest match ones, but if there's actually an outcry for people like, hey, cast our series, we'll cast it. Yeah.
We love our fans.
Yeah. So
our huge fan base. We love them.
Definitely huge. I mean, we got 10 people on right now, so that's
yeah.
Oh yeah.
And just everyone wants to play team games. I like how desperate you seem, Flowery. I'm sorry. Just goofy. Right. Goofy. But let's hop into this game.
So spawning in the bottom right is our flare, or is our light blue or teal or sky blue. I don't know exactly how to describe this color. Zerg player from Flare Gaming. It is Micro Dick Ladder Edition. This is not to be confused with just Micro Dick. This one has actually been balanced for the ladder, hence why it is the Ladder Edition.
I heard it was Imbo for Zerg.
Yeah, so that's why he had to be ladder balanced. So Ladder Edition. Yeah.
Well, but also there's another player in here at the 9 o'clock position. Our yellow Zerg. They just love their Zerg players. From Lucky 13, it is Costanza.
Yeah,
All I can
definitely.
think of Tony Danza.
I was thinking of Seinfeld with Costanza.
I've n
Definitely.
I'd never watched Seinfeld.
All right, so everyone, I'm on the lookout for a new co-caster on my stream, and just send me a resume, and we'll go ahead and get that process rolling.
Never seen Star Wars. Never seen Seinfeld. I've never seen anything.
Wait, you've also
So
never seen
sad.
Star Wars? Oh my gosh.
We talked about it on this
I
map. It was like
I
Tiger Woods versus Charlie. I remember that because that was a fun cast.
okay. So that I probably blacked that out because I still wanted to have some kind of respect for you, but now it's just like gone. Wow. Okay. No Seinfeld. You know, Seinfeld could be forgiven, but Star Wars, I mean, like, come on. You got to at least see 4, 5, and 6. Those are the episodes you have to see. Like, those are like the originals, like from the 80s Star Wars movies. Not, you don't have to see episodes 1, 2, and 3. You just can skip over those. Like,
Yeah,
the,
I've heard that many times.
so, yeah, we're seeing some expand first, or sorry, a hatch first, or pull first out of both players with early gas out of Costanza. And actually, I think it could have been gas first from Costanza, then pool, and then hatch. So
No,
we're
for micro, it was actually gas, hatch, then pool. That's a little weird. I don't see that too often.
yeah. So we're gonna see probably speed out of both players here in a minute once they get to 100 gas. Are we gonna see guys pull off gas at Costanza's base? And no, but he is starting up his speed. And the speed start for flare for micro.
Speed, speed, the wonderful speed.
He needs
He's
to
gonna continue to mine gas, so
yes.
I think this is just for safety, just for defensive. See if any shenanigans are gonna be happening.
Looks to me like either someone's gonna go lean Banelings. I'm guessing that's going to be our lucky 13 player Costanza, whereas Micro is going to be going for Roaches, is what because he hasn't started his speed yet. And he only has 2 lings. I mean, they both only have 2 lings, but speed's almost done for Costanza, and more lings are about ready to pop out.
6 lanes. I would wonder. He's not being active with them. Is he trying to like hide them or something?
He
Or
could
maybe hide
be.
his speed timing?
That could be. Because there's always that Overlord up front.
He's not building more. He's just gonna be droning.
I'm guessing those 6 lings there are there for safety. But Costanza's flying in, and he won't see the wiggling spawning pool, and he still sees gas being mined. So in his mind, he's gonna think speed's already done, just like my speed's already done, because he has not spotted the links. Well, he spots the links now with the Overlord in the natural. So
You know what's funny is that Costanza is actually sending in another Overlord, and he sees a pretty, not fully saturated, but a well-saturated natural. That has to be kind of scary considering he only has 4 drones at his natural. So he just lost 2 Overlords and has low drone count. So he needs to make some magic happen right here.
yeah, I 100% agree with that. But the speedlings are running in, up, met at the front. At this point, the speedlings are not as good as, I mean, the speedlings are just about as good as the slowlings at this point. It's almost an even match when you're fighting in this kind of confines. Uh,
Oh man, I think Costanza might actually break through. I don't think he can do really any significant damage. He might be able to get this queen. Oh, he definitely is going to get this queen. Gets 1 more intake. Very,
Yeah.
very nice. He's got his priorities in order.
but the wall will be up, and only 3 drones so far killed.
And that
3
actually
drones.
evens up the drone count.
Well,
So,
that's good.
good job, Costanza. Did
Yep.
exactly what he needed to do. Even
And
in workers and units lost. So actually, brilliant move from Costanza. Wow, I did not expect that to go in that direction.
yeah, same here, definitely. But right now we have a tech lead for Micro. He has +1 on the way. Roach Warren's done. And he just needs his lair to start up so that he can get his roach speed. There he goes. There goes the lair. But more roaches and lings are running across the map, which I he might not know his actual position at this point, that he's actually slightly in the lead with workers. But
He sees the roaches now, though, and obviously he sees the double evolution chambers. And if he was looking closely, you could see that they were upgrading. So he actually might be a little bit nervous right now.
yeah,
But that's way too many roaches. Yeah, just back off. Maybe take a third. Try to get an economic advantage since you're kind of losing the tech race.
definitely agree. Get the third, drop down the evolution chamber, which he's doing. A second one would be good. He has the gas to support double upgrades. And he could start his lair as soon as he has the minerals for it.
You know, if Micro had just a little bit more scouting information, I think he could realize that, oh, I can just make a huge roach flood and just attack with 1/1 roaches. But he just doesn't see the Evo timings or anything like that. So that's kind of a bummer.
I do love the Overlord spread out of both of them for the most part, except for Costanza. He had 4 Overlords in one spot, but he's now spreading them out more, and he'll see the third. So that's good. And we have a little bit of fight here at the front. I'm guessing a miss rally. Yep, and then Costanza pulls those guys out. They won't get away. I don't know. With these, Slowlings should get to him, but no. So he retreats back.
Doesn't want to have roach speed just yet.
Yeah, he doesn't want to overextend himself either. And the lair's almost done for Costanza.
Costanza still has the drone count lead, but okay, never mind. There he goes to take a third. Very, very good. His opponent's was much earlier, but... Ooh, and now Costanza just gets 13 drones. Yeah, Micro could find himself in a pretty good situation considering he's going to have the army and... Oh, nope, doesn't even... This game's actually pretty even, besides the tech. The tech is pretty much Micro's.
Yes, agreed. But we have a Roach Flood, I believe? No? Hydralisk on the way from Costanza. So that'll be the tech change right there. Is that if he can get Hydralisks against mass Roach, he'll be fine. But Hydralisk then on the way down now for Micro. So we could very well see a very even matchup here going into the to the mid and late game.
Ooh, Micro getting a little heavy supply blocks right there. That's always a bummer. Yeah, you know what? The Overlord spread from Costanza is actually great. I really like that. Map control, very, very important, ladies and gents.
Yeah, so if we look at Micro's vision, it's only like this one path to the main ramp or to the natural ramp for Costanza. Whereas if we look at Costanza's vision, he sees all the way over here to Micro's army. He sees bases off on the other side of the map. Has a very broad vision range, like you said. Yeah. Even has the fourth being spotted on too. But the Overlord at the third will be destroyed. And the ones in the Hydras came out and it will destroy the.
Oh no, they're gonna get a lot of Overlords. And he hasn't even started building Overlords. This is gonna very heavily supply block him.
That's agreed. And yeah, he still has that heavy supply lead though, which is really good for him. But Lings are attacking the third. The Roach's Hydras should clean that up.
Yeah, I mean, there we go. The supply block kind of lifted. He's just throwing in so many Overlords, and that allowed Micro to catch up on the supply.
So I mean, and they'll be at even upgrades here in a minute. If anything, Costanza will be ahead with his muscular augmentations, but soon after that, +2 Carapace will be done for Micro, and so then he'll be back ahead in upgrades.
Wow, pretty passive game though overall.
And just as those upgrades finish, Costanza's starting to push out, which is a good idea. Upgrades finish is when you push.
Problem is, though, is that Micro's upgrades are about to finish too.
Hmm.
Muscular augments and Zerg carapace. Drone counts 61 for Costanza, 54 for Micro. Nothing, nothing. Oh, infestation pit. Gonna be getting a hive, getting that 3-3. But I mean, Costanza already getting his hive. You know, Costanza. I'm no offense to Micro, but I think Costanza's playing just a little bit better.
Yeah, I definitely keeping that money low. I mean, it was actually under 100 on both minerals and gas a moment ago, and he could actually take the geysers at his third, which might be a pretty good idea, in order to keep his gas income up a little higher. Because right now, Costanza's winning the mineral battle, but losing the gas battle right now. And with hydras and roaches, you need to be winning that gas in order to have that better production up. But with
Ends up
this,
moving out almost at 200 supply.
oh, that move forward. But I think that with the defender's advantage, Micro should clean this up, and that concave from the right definitely forcing, yeah, Costanza's forced to retreat, and will lose. You should probably, at this moment, is when you want to stop your like last 2 or 3 roaches, so so it forces Micro's army to stop and kill them, so the rest of your army makes it out. But losing more overlords in the middle of the map, even though Costanza had this great overlord spread, it had all this vision, it it hurts at the same time to when the hydras or mutas are out, because then they just get all sniped.
I would like to say Costanza has not been doing a good job keeping tabs on his overlords. He had great overlord spread, but so many have been picked off this game. I wish we had a counter for it.
Actually, we do. Right now, 11 overlords
Wait,
have died for Costanza, and only 2 have died for Micro. So yeah. In the CTL overlay and also there's other um what is it? What's that I can't think of it. It's Heart something or Game Heart.
Game Heart?
Yeah,
Is
Game
that right?
Heart. Other Game Heart overlays. They have the Shift L, which shows exact number of units lost. And there's also another one for structures. But hold the phone. We're getting ready to have this flank up to the third, and Costanza's army is out of position.
He also
And
has a good amount of Ling stuck in that army, so that's taking up a lot of supply. And
oh, that
uh, I think Micro, I think Micro can take this army.
well, there's those 2 hydras from the back assisting with the fight. But yeah, with the reinforcements from Micro streaming across the map, definitely getting the surround on these hydras and roaches. And yeah,
He's just gonna roach Remax too, and just kind of go all for it. I do want to say that Micro threw in a Viper too. I really like that idea. He didn't just end up having the resources for it. But some binding clouds, especially in a position like that where it's a little awkward and it's a little kind of clustered together, binding cloud could have really made that battle even more convincing. Even though, yeah, I would say that was almost a convincing victory for Micro, just with the
yeah.
reinforcements too.
And they're streaming as soon as this fourth goes down. Micro will have the hatch lead. So definitely looking really good for Micro at this point. And all he has
Those
to do
mineral
is,
patches are so low.
yeah, and GG. So good game. Costanza definitely had an advantage here. I think if he took those gases at his third sooner and saturated them, I
Mhm.
I feel like he would be in a much better position, and also getting his upgrades earlier. When he saw the upgrades and the roach warren at the front and they were wiggling, he there's not gonna be an attack until those upgrades finish. So you have time to drop down, uh, uh, whatever these things are called again, but I can't think of them now. Evolution chambers. Drop those down and and get your upgrades and just defend because you'll have defender's advantage. The even though his army will get there and you might be a little bit behind on the army, your supply coming out will defend against that. You can have your upgrades
Mm.
a little bit behind his, but you'll have both of them coming up not far behind. And I think that was something that just hurt him. Was that right there? Was just the upgrades were behind, and positioning, Overlord positioning, and his army positioning would also change that game. But yeah, good games,
Good games from both players. Very
definitely.
passive ZVZ. Not something you actually see too often.
That's true. And I have been failing to update the board. Let me update that twice. There we go. So yeah, 3-0.
3-0 for Flair. Dang. Wow.
Yeah.
Come on, Lucky 13. You guys are champions. What's going on?
Well, we're gonna have a diamond match on King Sejong Station.
Ooh, PvP. Fun, fun, fun.
Yeah. PvP on King Sejong. Tell me what happens.
Yeah, anything, really. I've seen any strategy work. It's kind of friendly to air, because you can always have like 5 Phoenix or an Oracle run into that natural and then just back out really, really quick. I'd
That's
say that's always good. But overall, it's actually a pretty standard map. I don't see a lot of PvPs on it. The protests have been gone from the ladder lately. Have you noticed that?
Yes, actually, I have. There's been a lot of Zergs, though. I've noticed that.
Get that
Uh,
VZ practicing.
yeah. Definitely been playing against a lot of Zergs lately. Definitely need the practice against Zerg, though. That's my one matchup that I'm weak at. But yeah. Let's get going. King Sejong. PvP. Diamond. First diamond match of the day. We have 3 diamond matches today, including our ace match.
Oh man, this is actually a plat versus diamond.
Oh,
No, I bet
snap.
it's just a European player. Doo-doo-doo-doo. There you go.
Well, spawning in the top left is our Flare Gaming player in pink. It is Haro.
And in the bottom right, the not yellow but orange Protoss from Lucky 13. It is Blitz. It'd be cool if he cheesed, then we could be like, oh, he's blitzing his opponent. Ha 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 ha.
Yeah, definitely. That would definitely be funny. Just coming out with a just proxy 2 gate blitzes Zealoton in there, but the pylon went down in the main, so there's no proxy 2 gate on the way.
Interesting pylon placement for Haro. Or Hero. However you want to say his name. But usually you kind of build it close to the Nexus just in case of like early warp gate pressure. It can't get picked off. So, interesting. Interesting. I bet he's got a plan.
Definitely, it has this rally point set out next to the pylon, so for his gateway, I'm assuming. Yep. And we have
I like this. Both players just checking for any proxies, making sure there's no hidden pylon on the base, and then cannons.
definitely both players playing very safe.
All right. It looks like Blitz is getting 2. Oh. Oh, nope. They're both getting 2 gas. That would have been funny if it was only one. It would have been interesting. And Haro doing extensive scouting. Meanwhile, Blitz is just going to walk into the base and see what he does.
That's when Haro sees the probe coming in. It's like, where'd you put the pylon? He starts looking more around for it. It's like, you put it somewhere over here. I know it.
Cybercore is just seeing identical builds out of both players. For the most part.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really interesting. You can actually build, I think I've said this before too, build your Cybercore and then you enter their base right when their Cybercore is finishing, so you can immediately see what tech they're going. I think that's like the coolest trick in the world. Obviously, it's different on like 4-player maps, but for 1v1 maps, that's mostly how it goes. Unless it's just a huge map or a very small map.
So we already have a second gate on the way for Hero. And Mothership Core for Blitz. And a Stalker.
Usually when you get the second gateway, you want to start getting out some stalkers, chronoing the warp gate. But you get out some stalkers and you can really get some map control. Denying proxy pylons that we see Blitz doing. Although that's kind of out of the way, we might be seeing a... My guess is Star... Maybe not even a Stargate, maybe a Twilight Council? I would say Stargate. If it was Twilight Council, you'd probably hide it somewhere else, somewhere more safe.
That's true.
Oh, nope. He's going to get a Twilight Council in base. Oh, this is probably going to be a blink. I could very well see this to be a blink.
And definitely a good map to do blinks. There's two sides to blink up at, both left and right. And so without actually knowing where your opponent's army is at, it's hard to tell which side to defend against the blink.
I actually thought it was DTs for a second because I thought we were only going to see 2 gateways, but it's 3 gateways, so it's definitely going to be a blink. Oh no, he's not going to scout it with that stalker. He had it queued up all over the map, but not near the pylon.
Oh, 2 more stalkers out, and they're going to be marching across the map as well. So we'll have 3 stalkers versus 1 and a Mothership Core. Blink is just started. Wow, this is 4-gate blink.
That's really aggressive. Ooh, he's gonna lose the stalker. Great microing from Haro, making sure. Ooh.
Oh.
Yep, definitely want to save that Mothership Core. If he loses this Mothership Core, Blitz's pressure is actually going to be over.
Yes, because
no.
Yeah, it gets back in, so you should be able to do the. If he had a little bit more, if Haro was paying a little bit more attention, he might have been able to micro and get that Mothership Core. But
would have been a little risky, but I have to say Haro's in such a great position right now. He's getting the Robo Bay against Blink. I mean, once you get one Immortal out, your defense becomes a lot easier. But we'll probably see an Observer out. Yep, because he doesn't really know what's coming. He's getting the Nexus. Definitely going to have to cancel that. You can't...
Yeah, he only saw the one Stalker and the Mothership Core. He did not see the other... he did not see the other 3 Stalkers that were warped in the main. So he doesn't know if it is Blink or if it is DTs yet. So yeah, that Observer is a good idea. He's just supply blocked. There you go.
Interesting place to put a pylon. It's very, very interesting. Okay, he should know right now. He just needs to cancel these. Throw up a force field immediately. Oh, that was a beautiful move from Blitz. Kind of gets in the photon overcharge, but can always back up a little bit. And actually flunk on top of the Zealots, which is kind of a bummer.
Definitely a bummer, but he did blitz his way in there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad we were able to use that once. But to be honest, ooh, kind of whiffs the time warp.
Yeah.
I think this pressure is pretty much over.
Oh, but that Blink micro by Blitz
loses the Mothership Core. That's terrible. He doesn't have high ground vision anymore. And now the Immortal's out. Ooh, I would just expand if I was Blitz. There's not much else you can do. But it's 4-gate, so you're kind of all in.
Once the Immortal's out,
Okay, that Mothership Core just needs 5 more energy for a photon overcharge in the natural. Oh, man. What if he blinks against it? No, we're not going to see it. He's got time. And now with 2 Immortals going to be coming out, pressure's over. Expand to get a DTs, maybe. I mean, this is just kind of a hard counter from Haro. Yeah, blinks right on top of the Immortals. Just going to take so much damage. Another Immortal comes out. All these Stalkers. Good. Get them out of there. No need for them to die. But he's just going to keep building Stalkers.
I mean, once you're all in at this point, so it's just Stalker.
Really needs to be spending his Chrono Boost, get those gates in production.
He's behind in both worker and supply right now. So, or army supply, so...
Kind of needs a miracle.
Yeah, definitely needs like amazing blink micro, which he's almost kind of doing. I
Yeah,
mean, definitely really
pretty
good
nice.
micro right there.
Got some units in the red, but I mean, geez, all Haro has to do is keep his immortals alive. Oh, gets a really nice hit right there. Only 3 health left on that stalker. And
And
GG.
GG.
Yep, not even gonna play this final battle out.
Wow. So I think I'm right on this. That it's 4-0 at this point in the
Yep,
game. Wow.
4-0. Wow.
Flare Gaming is just coming out and just
Bringing
showing
their A game.
and to answer other people uh in the messages in the chat. Yes, y'all can cast, and if y'all actually go to the Chobo site, there's a link up at the top where you can put in your information to cast games. You team up with someone else or do it on your own. And here I'll even show y'all real quick where it's at. We'll do that real quick. Screen region. See if I can do this. Alright, and do that. Alright, cool. So here's the actual screen region for, or the website actually for Chobo. And if you go to casting slash odds up at the top, so casting slash odds, click there. It'll load up, and here's an Excel spreadsheet, or Excel spreadsheet with quotes. It's from the Google, it's a Google spreadsheet, and you're able to put in your information down here at the bottom. I'm right here, and I know my email's on there, but y'all can just go there and find it anyway, so I don't really care about that. And then over here at the bottom, you just select week 1, week 2, week 3, and you sign up. Polar and Datenstreber here for L13 and Flare. And then if we go to week 4, no one signed up for these matches yet. And you just sign up for whatever match you want from that week. You can go back and do older games, and you can do more recent games. If the games haven't been cast yet and you just want to go back and do them, your team hasn't been cast and no one else is doing it, normally it's like you don't cast your own team's games, you cast other teams' games. So just if you really want to start casting, we always need more people to cast. TB Ham will be extremely happy if we got more people to cast. So definitely, if y'all want to cast, come sign up. Let's do it. Get your own stream running, and just throw up your games. We and so yeah, definitely. I did not for the screen region. I did not get the tabs at the bottom. So y'all are kind of missing the tabs at the bottom. But there's tabs at the bottom that have like week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. So if you go there, you'll see it and just put in your information and sign up. And you don't have to like um, get matches assigned to you. You just say which one you want to do, and whoever says it first gets it. It's primarily how it goes, unless TB Ham has scheduled one off to the side for uh, Chobo Team League, and then you can ask him for it, or he's gonna do it, and he'll let you know when you ask him. But yeah, definitely check it out. So, to the overlay.
Oh yeah. It's been slacking on the casting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, All In does cast their own games, but that's just what they do. I've Polar and I've casted a couple other games though.
It's been fun. The good crowd.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right, so let's load up the next game.
Oh yeah. So we could see pretty much the win of the week right here.
Yeah, it's now down to match points. Starting here, and it is Crayon versus Stemcraft. Alright, so let's get this game loaded.
Is this a Gold League match? I think it is.
It is TVT on merry-go-round.
TVT. We haven't had TVT yet.
No, we haven't. definitely enjoyed the TVTs. Usually see a lot of one base aggression against either one base or like a Reaper expand. Uh, so yeah, definitely should be a good matchup. And so yeah, so spawning in the top right is our yellow Lucky 13 player. It is Stemcraft.
And in the 10 o'clock position, the light purple Stefano color from Flare Gaming, it is Crayon. Oh yeah, some gold TVT. I was in right when I got into gold. I still played Terran, and I remember in all my TVTs, I would just get like 7 tanks and push out. I don't know why, but like 7 was my number.
It is your lucky number. So you're a lucky 7 instead of. Is Stemcraft gonna push out with 13 tanks then? Is that what
13
the
tanks, 13 Marines, 13 Banshees, 13 everything.
13 everything?
13 SCVs, so he should be hitting his cap soon. And oh, we're seeing a gas first.
Wow. Out
From
of both
both
players. Definitely wow, it's a 12 gas, 13 racks. That one's new for me.
Now, does this say we're gonna see
One base
early
aggression.
factory play or starport play?
We'll probably see 1-1-1 play right now. So we'll see a barracks, a factory, and a starport out of both players. Or they could just decide to change the whole thing and go gas first and do an expansion, which would not be good. But it can happen. I've
Hey,
seen
if
it.
they both do it, then it's pretty good.
Yeah, it'll work out well for them, and they'll be thinking this build's awesome. So Crayon scouted his opponent first. Stemcraft is scouting the wrong way though. So first, but that's okay.
Factory for Stemcraft and a factory for Crayon.
And we have no. All right, there goes the orbital for Stemcraft.
Little difference is that the reactor is going down in the barracks for Stemcraft.
Which will
And
help against like banshees, because you'll have up a lot more marines when the banshees show up, which is about 7 minutes on this map. When the banshee with cloak will get there normally with an early gas.
and immediate starport from both players.
Yep. So now is the time where we'll find out if it's going to be. So this could either be a siege tank push from Stemcraft, or it could be Cloak Banshee. We still don't know yet. The second gas did go down for Stemcraft as the starport started, so that still could be either way. Same thing with Crayon. We're not seeing a siege tank.
It's funny when Terrans wall off against other Terrans. Because isn't that like a cardinal rule that you never do that versus Terran?
It depends. Like it'll help defend against Hellions. But if the opponent does siege tanks and pushes, then you're gonna lose like at least your supply depots at the front. You could lift off your barracks and fly it away, and if you built an add-on with that barracks, you'll probably lose that add-on too. So normally, for me against Terrans, I no longer wall off unless I scout like Blue Flame Hellion all in or something. I'd be like, well then, let me drop down 3 supply depots in my front. And Stemcraft having to do that supply call down. That always stinks.
But he's gonna be happy to know that he's getting the Raven for a reason.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna be a close Banshee on the way.
But he needs to land this factory and put a tech lab on it to start this siege tank production for defense.
Nah. Marines and Ravens will do. I guess it's gonna have to. I guess.
Yeah.
Now, in a one-on-one fight, without any micro, how many Marines does it take to kill a Banshee?
Any micro?
Without any micro, they both just walk into each other.
I don't know because I've never actually tried it. But usually, if you have like 3 or 4 Marines against a Banshee, you should be fine. If it's not microed and it's not cloaked, like, uh, but I've never really tried to see how many Marines it actually takes to kill a Banshee without micro. Normally, I feel safe when I have like about 6 or 7, because the Banshee's gonna kill a couple. And but it has cloak. Raven is done. If you're and
All right. Good reaction time from Simcraft, and
yes,
I think he's gonna be able to get it. Or our Banshees. Oh, Banshees are quick, much faster than
yeah,
a Raven.
yeah. Banshees are faster than Raven, but they go at the same speed as the Viking. But the Viking stops every time it shoots. So that's uh that's how the Raven was able to. I mean, that's how the Banshee was able to get away.
And you know what? I really like Crayon's position right now. His second command center is pretty much up. He's getting 2 more Raxes. But is Stim just gonna go for one big push?
Yeah, he could, and it could be really strong, especially with the Viking for the spotting, and 2 Vikings and a Raven. So won't have to worry about Banshee aggression on his siege tanks. The Viking and Raven will stop that. Um, Only 1 siege tank, no spotting in front, so no Marine out in front for Crayon. So Crayon has no idea this push is coming right now. If he did, he'd have his siege tank sieged up at this point. But the Vikings are getting ready to die
Oh,
to the Marines. Nope, they pull out just in time. And
oh, there we go. Auto turret just tanked
yeah,
some of the damage while Stimcraft gets his units in position, and he gets a tank snipes. But Stimcraft absolutely just crushing
yeah,
that army.
yeah. I would trade 1 tank for 2 siege tanks at this point in the game any day of the week.
Good
Yeah.
defensive position, but he just has the spotting. That's really nice for him. Oh,
Oh,
that's a problem though.
yeah.
Ooh, could Hunter Seeker? Oh, will Hunter Seeker kill
There.
that? That'll kill that.
Yes, it will kill that.
Boom. Oh, pulling all the boys and
And GG. He knew the position he was in. His factory was flying at the time. There was no siege tank protection on the way. He literally had
he
only
had no
eight.
army supply. He had
Yeah.
29 SCVs and 1 mule.
So yeah, at that moment he just knew it was over. So GG for Stemcraft. Yeah, this game is not over yet. We're now 1-4 in favor of Flare Gaming. Could this be the reverse sweep? I don't know. We shall see.
I mean, Lucky 13's on the ropes. Excuse me, one slip up and GG. But what do we got next? What do we have next? We
We have,
have a good old TVP, something we both know.
yep, on Nimbus. Definitely a great map for this. It's very defensible on your natural. You can easily do expansion first on this map. You have a very small choke at your front. With rocks, it can be destroyed, but it's hard to destroy them early on. So you have that small choke early on into the third, which is it's defensible, but there's that side path that if a Protoss player were to put a pylon over there on the dark area and warp in zealots, or a Terran player were to land units there and stem them in, it can be hard to defend if the other player is not paying attention. So could easily get the CC Nexus or SCVs or probes all sniped off. Yeah, let's get into this game.
Oh yeah. Got a good platinum versus platinum. I believe we both had we both had CTL matches on this before?
I have.
Or this season?
Not this season. Not on this
Oh, you
map.
haven't?
No, I don't think so.
I remember I was helping you prepare for it one time.
Yeah, that was last season, season 7.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Seems like yesterday.
Alright, so spawning in the top left is our yellow Terran player from Team Lucky 13. It is Rubid.
And in the top right, the light blue from Flare Gaming, the Protoss Vanderhall. Vanderhall got the good spawns, technically. It's always nice to have that natural kind of exposed. And what I
Hmm.
mean by that is when your main base is closer to their natural than their main base to your natural.
Yeah, definitely. Ruben will need to put like a turret or two over here on the at his natural right corner to defend against like that quick drop if Vanderhall would go for his warp prism harass.
Although on this map, as a Protoss, I had a TVP on this in week 2. I actually did not like this map for TVP because I believe it was Minigun who said this. You need 6 cannons to properly defend your natural from a drop, which kind of stinks. But that's why I think Phoenix Colossus is pretty actually popular on this map.
I could totally see that. Vanderhall's hiding a probe to the bottom side at the fourth.
This might accidentally get. Oh no! He's just gonna miss it.
Yep,
Wow, that's a
barely.
bummer. That's a huge bummer. Proxy Stargate's also pretty good. I mean, that's pretty much good on any map.
Yep.
And I think that's exactly what we're going to be seeing. Especially with these double gases. It's going to put, yep, 3 in each.
Yeah, the thing for Ruben needs to remember is the fact that when the probe goes in to your base and then immediately leaves after like just doing a little scout, then you need to find out where that probe went. Because normally the probe hangs around a lot longer than he did. And scouts out more, sees when the natural goes down. Though it might get killed by the Reaper, it normally will stay around longer than it did. So you want to see, is there a proxy? Check proxy locations at that point, just to be safe.
You know, actually, I don't even like this map all that much for Reaper. It's kind of limited for the Reaper's mobility.
Yeah, there's that one spot where you can jump up at. I mean, it's good for the just getting off that early scout. He should be able to go in here and see one pylon. At that point, he needs to send that SCV back out, looking everywhere around his base.
Oh, wait, want to know something funny? Twilight Council.
Are we gonna have DTs? Yeah.
And you know what? This actually... Ooh, that sucker needs to come now. He's going to get a lot of kills with this. But also, he should notice, hey, there's only one pylon in your main. That's kind of weird. But I mean, as a Terran, don't you still expect Proxy Stargate?
Yeah, I would expect proxy Stargate. However, I would build
DT
missile
shot.
turrets. Yep, I would build missile turrets, which would defend against the DTs as well. So, yeah, but I like what his Reaper's doing right now. It's looking around, though he's not looking on the right side of the map. Or he's going back in. Never mind.
And there's still only one pylon in there.
Second pylon just went down. Yeah, there's. He could
All
have
right,
thought maybe
no
the
main, only one pylon. I mean, or now 2. He has to know something's up.
yeah. Okay, where's he going? Yeah, he's scouting everywhere now. That green, and eventually it will be spotted as long as he doesn't change course. But it has a long way to go before that happens.
Is that probe stuck? Because that's kind of a bummer. Because I bet you wanted your
No,
proxy pylon just to be a little bit closer.
no,
Oh,
yeah, it wasn't stuck. But
engineering bay should be up in time. They're pretty quick. But actually, will the turret be up in time? I don't think so.
I believe so. With how long it's gonna take for the all right, pylon stuff's
Oh, he's gonna
finished.
see it. He's gonna see it.
Yep, and
There he
there it
goes.
is.
He knows exactly what's going on right now. Needs to start a missile turret. Maybe not at its front. I think it's probably a little bit too late for it to be at the front, but just in your mineral lines. It's
Yeah.
stat.
Just no
Or
more.
save scans.
Yeah, just don't drop any more mules. Uh, there goes Mr. at the front. Definitely complete the wall off. I would say even float this barracks in the back up to the front and complete the wall off. Because the one barracks and a supply depot will wall this off.
And GG.
Yep.
I'm just kidding. You can actually do a nice little... As long as Rubid doesn't take out the Dark Shrine and Twilight Council, he can actually go for a nice two. I think it's 2/2 Charge Out Archon.
But I imagine that's going to be the first thing on his list to do for Ruben is to go take out that Dark Shrine and Twilight Council.
Yeah, I
Since
hope
he can.
so. Although he's probably afraid like, oh, DTs might be guarding it. Like I might need to wait. But even I'm now thinking about it, Charge Out Archon is going to be really, really bad if Rubid doesn't expand, because with that you want a lot of area, and with that very, very small ramp, it's
Yeah.
it's not going to work. Oh, but we're going to see some storm. Like still no forges on the way. So it's not over yet, but it's also 70 supplied to 37, so taking out another DT. Oh, he's just gonna go for it. He's going for the
Wow.
gold.
And so combat shield is going to be done shortly. Factory's almost done. 2 factories. That could be a mistake, and you cut him at the starport at that point. 'Cause I don't know why you would want 2 factories right now.
Well, if
Uh,
to give him kind of the benefit of the doubt, if you see your opponent going Templar, Mass Widow Mine's always the answer.
that is true. That is true. But
Man, I think this can, with some good stutter steps, if he can snipe that Archon, oh no, not even attacking. Loses the High Templar right away. This is just absolutely terrible for Vanderhall.
wow. So yeah. Doesn't even need that starport.
I think that's just going to be kind of GG from there. It's going to be pulling the boys, but those aren't SCVs. There goes another stim. GG from Vanderhall. Well played by Ruben. Well played.
Really well played. That scouting with that Reaper led to him finding the Dark Shrine and dropped down the missile turret and defended the DT harass. So really good for him. Awesome. So let's
move on.
move on to the next game. So it's 4-2. Lucky 13's on that hunt for that reverse sweep. And we're on to Couchy's game. Couchy versus Future Korean. So that means he's not Korean right now, and he's going to do a race change later.
A real life race change.
Real life race change. Like Blizzard's offering that for RL right now, not just World of Warcraft, but RL. So keep your eyes peeled for that, guys. If you want to be a Korean in the future, just saying. Let's keep going.
Couchy, I know, has been doing a lot of mech lately. He's actually he streams a lot, does a lot of casting, has his own league. Check out his league, it's super cool. I heard a super cool guy is seeded first right now for kind of like round 2. So that's awesome.
Is that you?
I think that's me.
I think that's you.
Me.
I think it might be Polar. I mean, you did say super cool guy, and so like, of course, that's the first guy that jumped into my head, right?
Obviously.
So, spawning in the bottom right is our yellow Terran player from Lucky 13. It is Couchy.
And oh wait, let me make sure I got this right. One sec, I'm sorry. Is it? Oh nope. Oh nope. They were talking about last game. Vanderhall is actually the captain of Flare Gaming. I just found out. But in this game, it's the light blue player from Flare Gaming, Future Korean. Deadwing, interesting map for TVZ.
Yes.
Very easy to get and secure 4 bases. And that's great if Couchy decides to go mech and he can hold down 4 bases, because a 4-base mech player is like, geez, if you think a 3-base mech player is scary.
Yeah. One problem with mech on this map is all the open space. If the Zerg player is able to get a good surround on the mech player in the middle of the map, the mech player will lose. But if the mech player is able to get into these nice chokes here at the bases and stuff, the mech player has a better position against the Zerg player. So it's all in that positioning. Yeah.
That's true. This is actually a very open map if you look at it. There's some pillars here and there, but nothing some Zerglings can't navigate around. And we
Right.
saw in the first game at Foxtrot what a flank can do.
Yes, definitely. But it's yeah. And scouting the wrong way first, or to the wrong spot first. Our future Korean player just didn't get that guess right, so his race change has been denied.
Denied for now.
Denied for
I just
now.
still don't get why players scout diagonally. I just don't understand it.
I do it sometimes, just because it's all like I feel like it's diagonal, and I'm
Dude,
just gonna.
if I've learned anything about scouting, it's don't go with your gut. All right. Couch is actually playing this very safe. Got his second supply depot before command center.
Wow. Yeah, definitely extremely safe. Um, First Reaper is out on the map and goes for the reactor with a CC on the low ground.
It's a big map. It's a big map.
Definitely a big map. Well, I guess the SCV scouted and saw that. Well, speed should be starting any second now. But that was a pull first. At that point, if I saw that, I would build the second Reaper actually for that defense, just to defend the SCV here at the front from any kind of early Ling harass. But he doesn't go for any Lings, so I guess Couchy lucks out on that. Oh, but the Reaper stays at home, doesn't do any scouting. So I guess that works out for him then.
So no, this SCV has just been kind of lingering around here for a while now.
Yeah.
Queen finally gonna take him out.
Oh.
Good scouting from Couchy.
Uh,
He scout the Roach Horn? No, he did
nope,
not.
he did not see the Roach Warren, so.
Oh, wow, Burrow.
Are we going to see Burrow Roach movement here?
This is kind of why this map is always a little bit interesting. Oh, you need a layer for it. But
Oh, yeah.
some players are just the greediest people you will ever meet, and then others just try to all-in you because they think you're going to be super greedy. So it's really kind of just a weird map. But he scouts the Roach Horn with the Reaper.
Yep.
Immediately sends it out of there. He goes, I got all the information I needed.
Yep. And builds a second bunker right away.
Very, very smart.
And
Getting a tech lab to get some marauders out.
Mhm.
This is a very good reaction from Couchy, but I don't know. Those roaches are going to be there in a little bit.
Yeah, and the Reaper holds this watchtower, so he knows when the roaches start moving across the map, which is good for Couchy. Let's see if he pulls that Reaper out in time.
He moves it. Oh no! There we go.
Yep.
There's no units out for really Couchy really. Like his reaction was good, but you still need units.
Yep.
Or at least pull
Oh.
a ton of SCVs, transfer all your main SCVs into the natural. And he's gonna get into a quick siege tank. Oh man, seeing that, your heart must just sink a little bit.
Yep.
Just the micro potential for future Korean right now is great, but I mean, I guess Couchy's got the magic number of 4 SCVs repairing that bunker. Loses a roach, that's a bummer. This is like that StarCraft Master level.
Yeah, yep. We have to stop the, we have to micro your roaches against the bunker. But the siege tank's almost out. Keep preparing the...
That's what I like. Go after the SCVs. Go after the problem. And yep, you can still burrow. Ooh, this requires a lot of micro right now. Oh, burrow the last roach. No. Oh, loses 2 roaches right away. And now that the tank is out, he can do splash damage if those roaches are burrowed under him. I mean, I think this is nice cleanup.
Oh.
Good reaction from Couchy. I was actually doubting him a little bit right there, but he just knew how many SCVs needed to go there. He did lose 7 SCVs, which is kind of a bummer, but mules are a thing, so that's always cool.
Yeah. I felt like the starport going down then on the reactor. I would have much rather had the starport go down if he was going to put it down away from the reactor and put the barracks back on the reactor to build the more Marines to defend with. But he was able to hold it off, so he made a great decision there. However, we're up to 3 bases from future Korean.
I kind of wished Couchy played a little bit safer and got a Raven out. just to, he knows Burrow is something in the field right now,
That's
and
true.
just to not have to use scans and turrets to worry about it. I think I would have liked that a little bit more, but he can still do damage with this Banshee, so that's nice. But actually, as I say that, the Overseer's gonna scout it. I mean, he's either gonna think it's a Raven or a Banshee.
Well, it's not spinning, so it can't be cloak unless the cloak was already done by now. Which by timings it can be, but because of the harass, it's late. If cloak were to start,
And we are gonna see some mech play.
but yeah, you'll see the
Unless he
banshee
just
now.
really likes tanks and Hellions.
Spire's on the way, so gonna be transitioning into that Spire, Ling Bane Spire play.
You know what did... Oh, no, Future Korean actually still doesn't know what kind of tech Couchy's going, because he just saw a 111. But now that he sees... okay, now that he sees these Hellbats, he might be able to infer. But, I mean, that's also kind of standard, just having a couple Hellbat.
Like I do this like Hellbat Banshee attack with and still transition into bio.
Wait, can he get this hatchery right now? If he was
It,
to focus down this
if he,
hatchery, could
if
he
he was
get
to
it?
focus it down, he would get the hatchery.
Spore color now up. Ooh, he's gonna get that Banshee. A little bit of a miss, Micro. I like that, continuing to utilize the burrow by burrowing
Yeah.
the drones.
Yep.
And Future Korean's doing that thing I hate, where you drop Overlord creep and then you clean up the Overlord, wait till the creep stops, then try to land and there's a burrowed unit there. Oh, so obnoxious. Very smart though. Very smart.
Really smart. Though on this map, I prefer taking the lower base as my expansion. But it's just because like the mineral field here is just so exposed to the backside there. Though against Zerg, it's not that big a deal unless there's Broodlords out. And if you're facing Broodlords and you're still mining off this base, you're kind of doing something wrong.
You have bigger fish to fry.
Yeah.
Those poor rocks.
High
You know what I
sec
really like about Siege Tank Fire is when it fires the little ripple effect it has in visuals. I always think that's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool. Yeah.
And I think does Future Korean still not know? Oh, he knows now that he's going mech. So I think he can just kind of take a fourth. Oh, he's got a drone position to take a fourth. But I mean, against a mech player, you really, especially on a map this big, kind of just want to expand everywhere.
Yeah. And even then, I think maybe even taking this one back. I don't know why more people don't do this. They could easily take this base and destroy the two back rocks, and that's and you just spread creep that way. And I think the Zerg player could hold this base really easily with that back path.
That is very, very true.
Mutas are on the field. He doesn't see him with the Hellion. The Hellion would not spot those Hellions or those Banshees or those Mutas. Sorry. So the Mutas are going to be a surprise. But though there's already missile turrets
Where's
coming
the
in.
Thor at?
The Thor is. Yeah, where's
Oh,
the
it's in the
Thor?
main. Okay. He does have
Okay.
missile turrets kind of up everywhere.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell if those missile turrets were actually building though, because the Marines, the SCVs are doing that thing where they don't
Yeah.
build it, they just stand there.
Yep.
There
Come on,
you go. So he's
Blizzard.
got a good defense up there.
Fix this bug, Blizzard. Gosh. David Kim. This makes it so hard to play Terran now.
David Kim, please, needs buff.
Needs buff. SCVs need buff. They need to show building animation. Alright. Hellions are scouting around, probably looking for any hidden bases. It's a good idea.
I like that. You know, we're staying a pretty passive game, but it is neck on Deadwing, so that's fair.
I wonder if we will see Swarm Hosts out of our Zerg player now, or will he stick with the Mutaling Bailing?
You know, I really wish he would tech switch. You almost never see Ling Bling Muta take on a mech force and win because you can't.
Yeah.
You literally can't do it.
unless you catch the mech player out of position.
That
But
is true. That
that's
is
the
true.
only way. And so it on one-on-one engagements where both players have the positions they want, the mech player will still win.
Next player will stomp.
Yeah.
But yeah, just going Banelings. I but I feel like just any other tech path is just easier to go. Like
And
why handicap yourself?
Future Korea went for Overlord drop. And I believe he has Overlord speed. He does have Overlord speed, so he has both. We could see maybe some Baneling drops. Oh, we have a Queen and one of the Overlords. So maybe gonna try to spread creep with the Queen over here at the future fourth base of Couchy.
Call this guy TLO.
I've never actually seen this before. This is pretty interesting. Just dropping creep, drops the Queen, drops the creep tumor, gets back in the Overlord and flies away.
TLO did this, and then he decided that he was like, nah, I don't want to research Overlord speed. So he would take a drone, build a hatchery, cancel it, and then drop a creep tumor right there. Oh, okay. I mean, 25 minnows for only like 100 gas. For the normal 100 gas for just drops.
Yeah.
Creating a nice little creep highway. Even putting in the Overlords. Getting pretty creative with this creep spread. I like it.
Oh, and the Hellions are going to catch this drone before it makes its expansion. And
That's a bummer.
Mutas will clean up those Hellions, though. I think.
That is
Nope.
a big mutafog. That's 30 mutas. That can take out some missile turrets. But I mean, he's
Yeah.
just got the middle core missile turret wall, too.
And we have 6 Vikings and 4 Thors. So I would love to see a couple more Vikings to face off against those Mutas, but I think that'll be enough for defensive. But before he pushes out, he needs a lot more Vikings.
We see the Corvid reactor research being upgraded. It gives the Ravens 25 plus starting energy. So please mess Avilo style. Are there any Ravens out on the field? No, there is not.
No. I think he wants to get that energy buff. If he starts building one now, yeah. If he started building one like about 7 seconds ago, it'll be perfect.
Oh,
Oh,
geez,
they're
this
clumps.
Thor can get some great shots off. He needs to focus that immediate. Oh, no!
Oh, wow.
So many, but he's out of position.
Yep.
All the fools are going to get taken out by the Lynx, I think. Oh, no, never mind. Mech armies are good. Did all those mutas just die?
Yes, all those mutas did just die. So we
Yeah.
have 14 more mutas on the way. But our Zerg player is gas starved right now.
Man, that was pretty good engagement from Couchy. It seems like he was out of position, but I mean, if you just clump your mutas up too much, there goes like most of your army.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. We see Ultraless Cavern. We've seen the Infestor upgrade. Zergs really are not opting to go Locusts anymore. Future Korean just needs to stop. He just needs to go almost for like a base trade type scenario. Because, I mean, this army's too strong, especially if all the links kind of crash in through there. Muta's clumping up once again. Those Thors are so weak, though. But Mutas are... It's like watching a Muta kill a building. It takes forever. Wings are going to try to continue to flood in, but Hellions just are so good. Especially Blue Flame +2 upgrades, almost +3 upgrades.
Yeah, and right now, Couchy needs to change these into Hellbats. I mean, going up against Lings and Banelings, if it's just the Hellions and you're kiting, you'll be fine. But when you need to protect your Siege Tanks and your Thors from the Lings and Banelings, you need the Hellbats, because they will kill those Lings so much faster that way.
Again, I think he just needs to try something other than Ling Bling Muta. He's got the tech for other units, but he's just not utilizing them.
And, I mean, the Ultraless Cavern is an answer. That the Ultraless, I believe, are the priority for the Siege Tanks. So the Siege Tanks will Ooh, and mutas are dying again.
Oh, free muted. Free
Ooh.
400 gas right there.
One lives barely.
You know what's... I have seen Ultralisks work. I saw Chaos versus Metalcore, and Chaos basically just danced around the mech army, and then the second the mech army was out of position, he just rushes in, and Ultralisk will destroy a mech army. It was amazing. I've never seen anything like that before. And here we go, round 2. Hellions kind of get cleaned up, and he's going to be able to get all these tanks as long as the Zerglings focus on the tanks, which they eventually do. Oh, nope. You know, I think he chased the Hellions just a little bit too much right there.
Yeah, but there's still more Hellions over here that canceled the 5th base for a Zerg player.
That 5th base should have been up ages ago, to be honest.
That is true. Right now it's a 4-base Terran versus a 4-base Zerg. The Terran, the Zerg wants to be 1 base ahead, so right now that Terran's feeling really good right now. Kachi should be really good in this position.
The count is 83 SCVs to 64 drones. That's too many SCVs, and that's kind of too little drones. For drones, I would like to see like 70, but he would need a 5th base to kind of utilize the extra drones.
And Kachi's taking that top right base for his 5th. So definitely feeling really good about this Terran player's position. I think the biggest weakness for this Terran player army is the fact that they're still Hellions. I mean, the Lings were able to run right on through, and if the Marines were focused right, those siege tanks would be dead right now. But
some Ultralists now on the field almost have +5 armor. Oh, he's going to engage just a little bit beforehand, and this just isn't enough. I mean,
I think it is enough because they have the Queens in the back healing.
Wow. So that's how that works. Ultras are good. But you can see that Couchy's really, I think, trying to go for a Sky Toss army. Or not a Sky Toss, Sky Terran.
And this guy against this right now would be extremely good because there's no mutas on the field right now, I don't think. Yeah, there's no mutas right now. There are 7 Ultralisks. With enough Banshees. Banshees would be really good against these Ultras. And good liftoff right there.
Honestly, you might be doing Couchy a favor killing off some of these SCVs. Give him some more supply for army. 8 more Ultras on the way. How is he affording this? Oh man, here we go. The boys are just not being pulled, but can these Ultras get cleaned up? I think so.
Barely.
Just barely. Like, not enough damage. Honestly, that one factory with the tech lab is really doing well to choke the Ultras out.
Yeah. Only one Ultra gets in at a time. So we're good. Needs to lift this orbital.
There's nothing to deal with these Banshees. Yeah, lift. Aw. Now the Hellions even doing some good blocking. And, I mean, I would say Couchy's in a bad position, but Future Korean's still only on 5 base, or just now getting his 5th, almost halfway done. Cleans up all the Ultras. And you know what? Neither player has that impressive of a bank.
No, well, I mean, Couchy has that gas bank right now, which is going to help him out a lot. And the way to get back his mineral bank is just mule everywhere. He's like, I'm going to mule here, I'm going to mule here, I'm going to mule here, and he'll be fine. I think moving his main CC down to his 4th or his 3rd, technically, would be a really good idea for him right now.
Especially since that refinery only has 20 gas left.
He could be waiting for that gas, though. Yeah.
Man, he really wants that +3 attack. Then he can have, like, the sickest links ever. Fully upgraded, like, speed, fast attack, 3 free links. They're so good. A lot of air units. 6 Banshees. Now he's just going full into tank production. And we have a little bit of a lull.
Hellions going out to scout. Probably going to try to snipe off that base, but they will be spotted by the creep. Does Future Korean see that? He does not. He has not moved his units yet to defend. So no, he did not move into position. And Corruptors are out on the field now. Could he be going for a Brood Lord switch, or just trying to defend against the uh, trying to defend against the Vikings and the Banshees?
I mean, Corruptors are they're kind of just trash, though.
Well, if you're going up against a Sky Terran army of this size, I think they would be worth it. Well, unless, well, Couchy needs Ravens, and he's starting to pump out another one right now, and he'll be at 2 as soon as the second one's done. So, if he had plenty of Ravens for point defense, the Vikings would take care of the Corruptors. But right now, there's just going to be a second Raven out.
And they're both low, pretty low econ.
Yeah.
Getting a good scout off, seeing all the Corruptors and Ultralists. Doesn't know if there's any Broodlords out yet. I don't... Wait. Does he... Oh! Oh, he doesn't even have the Greater Spire. Yikes.
He's getting a second Spire right as his +3 attack finishes. So I don't know what the second Spire's for. Because... Oh, okay, so he can do a Greater Spire and +3 armor at the same time. Very well.
Okay. And here
Wow.
we go. Oh,
Those siege things are just popping.
Wow. Yep, there goes the point defense drone. I wish he just had one. Yeah. Oh, he has 2 more. He needs to drop those out right now. Come on, point defense drones, good units. There we go. There's one. Come on, show me another one. Show me another one. Oh, opting for a Hunter Seeker missile instead.
And it looks like this will get cleaned up. And our Terran player has the supply lead.
I think the Thor actually helped a good amount there.
Yeah.
3-3 Thor, or a 3-2 Thor. And I actually think that's it for Future Korean. He's got nothing else.
Nothing else at all.
No bank.
I mean, just more Corruptors. That's really all that just came out, was just more Corruptors.
How's he going to deal with all these tanks? He needs something else. He needs, I mean, at the very least, mutas.
Don't retreat. Couchy, do not retreat. Go back. Go back and fight.
Oh, man.
Like, the Hellions are not even dying yet. So, like, there's nothing coming out to fight them.
Oh, no. Now we see Couchy going, hey, you know what? I have a lot of gas and not a lot of minerals. Let's get some Ravens.
It's still only 1 starport, and it's... Or 2 starports.
Without looking at the units last tab, how many drones have died this game? I'll give you a hint. It's probably lower than you think.
30.
50.
50. Okay.
50.
Okay.
I would expect like 100. Oh my god. Oh yeah, no, 50. Wait, guess who has killed more workers?
Couchy?
Future Korean has.
Really? Oh wow, yeah. Oh yeah,
One
that.
attack with the ultras, that must have done just so much damage.
Mm-hmm.
Boom.
I don't agree with this army positioning all the way across the map to destroy the expansions. I feel like if he should push into the main and take out the tech. I think that would be smarter versus going all the way over here to be away, because now he's not defending his base. Because units can stream out of the main, and but I mean,
there we go. I think that's just good game.
Yeah, good game. Yeah,
good game.
Good game. So Couchy brings it back within 1 game. That's awesome. 4-3. Yeah, 3-4. In favor of Flare Gaming right now, but it could still go either way. Or yeah, still go either way. Lucky they're only 1 game behind. Definitely a fight back to the front.
The Mighty L versus Ravenstorm. Another PVT. I like PVT.
Nice. And it's on Boxtrot.
Oh, what a gross map.
I love this map. This map's awesome because everyone else hates it, and nobody looks at there's all this high ground, all these like chokes. I mean, this should be like a Protoss freaking awesome map right here. I mean, like there's ramps. You just force field the ramps and cut off armies and stuff. I don't. I just I just feel like it's totally underappreciated because there's so much to it.
I'll probably miss it once the new maps come out and I'm stuck playing on building mighty cabins.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, I can totally see that.
Okay, it is the Mighty L playing. He's playing on Metalcore's account. That was a note that was in there. So,
Oh, that's suspicious.
uh-huh. I I'm unsure why that had happened, but Mighty L is playing on Metalcore's account right now. So,
I wonder how is Metalcore's Protoss? How
I
does a
guess,
meching Terran translate into Protoss?
well, it's the same thing. So,
Oh, true.
yeah. But spawning in the bottom left is our purple Terran player from Flare Gaming. It is Ravenstorm.
And in the top right, the so suspicious, probably smurfing, most likely smurfing, the yellow Protoss, the Mighty L. Definitely not, though. Definitely
Yeah.
Jack's brothers.
Oh yeah, that's right. They are brothers. I forgot about that. For y'all
Mighty
that
L,
don't, go ahead.
Mighty L is pretty much known to go air toss, from what I've heard. I think I've mentioned this before. Could be seeing some air toss.
Yeah. When I went up against him, I think he was a late. I played against him of my last gold match for CTL, and it. I th I think he was going into a sky toss eventually, but he had uh, Colossus out. So I think it was like a Colossus army into a sky toss transition eventually, but it wasn't like an early. There wasn't like an early oracle to my recollection. But I think he has starports up at the end of the game.
Seeing 2 gas instead of 1, and we're seeing a nice Reaper wall.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure Reapers can't really cause too many shenanigans.
Yes. 2 guys in the first gas. Are we gonna see 2 guys in the next gas as well? Probably. Reaper's on the way. Standard play here from our Terran player. And it looks like he's gonna be going on up to expansion soon after. Yeah. Oh, no, we have 3 in each gas now. Cool. But for those who don't know, Metalcore and the Mighty L are brothers, and Metalcore is the team captain on Lucky 13. So, just FYI.
Probably you just don't know. Check out C Starcraft. I believe Metacore shouts there. Shoutcast there. That's pretty cool. I know he's got actually quite a bit of following. He does a lot for the CD community.
Yeah. Reaper makes it in. And we'll see nothing out of the ordinary.
Ooh, gotta be careful. You don't want to be running through mineral lines.
Mm-mm. And
Oh, nice save. Nice save on the 1 probe.
probe.
Save the second one. Nice. He's playing this out pretty smart. Ooh, just a little bit late on that one. Mothership is going to be here. Can he get one more? 3 kills. That's very nice. Oh, going to be... that's a bummer.
Yep.
I still might say it's worth it. I mean, 3 probes at before 5 minutes. It's not bad. Could be worse.
It could be worse, but I feel as though it's still not worth it because now the Protoss player is like, oh, sweet, I can go my tech route, I can build my Stargate, and he'll never know because, and so I mean, unless he got like 4 or 5 probes, then I would say it's worth it, but more like 5 probes. But he only got 3, and Stargate's down, has no idea it's coming, doesn't have engineering bay on the way, does have 3 barracks, which can produce out enough Marines to defend against a Stargate. However, he is getting add-ons right now, which might hinder him on his Marine production on that one. If he chronos out the Oracle, and he does, yeah, I imagine this is going to deal a lot of damage right now. But he is positioning the Marines into the main mineral line, which is good. So he'll have 6 Marines there. None is natural, but there's only 1 SCV there. And Stim's on the way.